I've been thinking a lot about the election today too, since I voted, and I realized I forgot to say a couple things I wanted to. One is that my daughter Megan here accompanied me to the polls both during the primary and during today's general election. And one thing that I have tended to feel is that nothing has progressed much during my lifetime in our democracy, especially because the last 8 years have been so disastrous. But as a matter of fact, I was realizing today that one of the strong feelings I had, both back in the spring and again today, is that things really have progressed. That the fact that the first election I take my daughter to is one where a woman is on the ballot and a black man is on the ballot as the two serious contenders for the presidency of my party. That's a first in our history. I'm hoping that by the time my daughter is my age, the whole notion that that would be noteworthy will have vanished from people's minds, that it will seem odd that back in 2008 it was a big deal that there was a woman and an African American man who were the main candidates. That will just seem, why did they think that was such a big deal? And then I look backwards 40 years and I've heard some interviews on the radio recently with people, and I've read some articles that have reminded me just how bad it was. 40 years ago, it was just 40 years ago, in 1967, that the Supreme Court abolished a law that was on the books in 16 states here in the U.S. that said it was illegal for people of different races to marry each other. People could be sentenced to time in jail for getting married to someone they love because their skin color was different. I find that astonishing now. It's only 40 years later, but that's what it was. I also have been thinking about my father. My father went to jail for having gone to church with people of a different color. He went into the segregated South and went into a church during the years of civil rights activity when Martin Luther King was at his apogee, and he was arrested for it. He did his jail time, like so many people did. And that's democracy at work. Our democracy has come a long way, and I hope we'll keep going in the right direction. And I feel very hopeful today with Barack Obama as our hopeful president-elect. So that's it from here.
Oh, sorry.